So long-time comic book readers, do you feel a bit of discomfort because the comic book movies don't go panel for panel, word for word, exactly like the canon is? Well, today, I'm gonna see if I can help you with that. It all starts with a little thing called Multiverse Theory. The multiverse, sometimes referred to as metaverse, is a hypothetical group of multiple separate universes, including the universe in which humans live. Together, these universes comprise everything that exists, the entirety of space, time, matter, energy, physical laws, you name it, it's there. The different universes within the multiverse are called parallel universes. It's theorized that there could be an infinite amount of parallel universes, and that there could exist universes that are wildly different than ours, or nearly identical except for a few things. Now, multiverse theory, or more accurately, hypothesis, has its fair share of well-known and respected proponents in the world of science, as well as detractors. But the truth is, we may never know if it's true or not. But that's neither here nor there. Now, this concept may be new to a few of you, but it certainly isn't new to comic book companies and writers, because they have been exploiting it in their comic books for years. They've written hundreds, hell, maybe even thousands of stories that use it outright or reference the existence of the multiverse. Now, you may ask why. Well, it's pretty simple. Multiverse theory allows them to write a bunch of diverse stories using the same characters without interrupting their main continuity. As I'm sure you can imagine, there have been a lot of writers over the years, so the origins and lore of many of the comic book characters have grown to be a bit inconsistent. Comic book companies can use this concept to patch things up by saying that the stories from the past are true, they just happened in a parallel universe. Alright, so let's deal with the two big companies, DC and Marvel. Now, both of these companies used to run a line of books that dealt specifically with parallel universes. Marvel had the What If series, and DC had Elseworlds. In these comic books, the writers explored crazy scenarios and stories using well-known characters, but gave them vastly different origins or outcomes. These books were great, by the way. Oh yeah, Marvel and DC, you might want to bring those back. So now you're probably asking, well, what does this have to do with these comic book-based movies diverging and changing things and ignoring the canon of the comic books? You haven't caught on yet? The movies are alternative realities. They're not solely based on the mainstream continuity of the comics. Marvel has even said as much, and has even given their movieverse its own universe number designation. So those movies don't match the mainstream canon because they're not supposed to. They are different realities with different properties and histories. Now, this should come as a relief to those of you that are having a hard time enjoying these films because you have this expectation that they will follow the books closely. They won't. Some things will be the same, some things will not be the same. Now, you get to be surprised like all the other non-comic book readers. Now, plot twists have impact. So don't be salty. Rejoice. You're getting new stories. Your favorite characters may have the spirit of their comic book counterparts without much of the redundancy that would come from simply having the comic book stories transposed over the film. And what's even better, it's completely in line with comic book precedent, because you've probably been reading multiverse-themed stories and enjoying them for years. But anyway, that's all for me today, Legion. If you enjoyed this video and would like to be a part of the Legion, just like, share, and subscribe to the Reaper Legion Network and help our growing community become a larger community. And as always, please, geek responsible.